Okay, so this is solving systems of equations algebraically. Number 1 and 2 are substitution problems. So what we're going to do here is find our equation that has a variable all by itself. Remember, we're only going to ask you to do substitution when it is the more convenient way. So here, x is the same as y plus 5. That means I'm going to take y plus 5 and put it in for x in the other equation. That other equation is not going to change, so I'm going to have the y. I'm going to have equals 3. But now, instead of x is the same as y plus 5. And now I can solve. Something to double check before you keep going, just make sure you have all the same kind of variable at this point. So I have y's, all my x's are gone, now I can solve for y. I have y plus y, that's 2 y's. I'm going to clear my 5. Three minus 5 is negative 2. I'm going to divide by 2. And I have y equals negative 1. Now, when we were working on these in class, we talked about how you can check them at any point. So you can wait till the end to check, or you can go ahead and start your problem by putting your system of equations into Desmos. Since I haven't done that yet, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I have Desmos all pulled up. I'm going to move it over a little bit here so you can see the equations that I'm working with. And I have y plus x equals 3 and x equals y plus 5. And they cross at 4, negative 1. So that confirms that negative 1 that I found. And now I can go ahead and find my x. So to find x, I'm going to use this equation that we started with. Y is negative 1. And what I like about substitution is we did the hard part on the front end. Finding y was the hard part. For this one, we just plug in negative 1 plus 5 is positive 4. So there's our algebra for number 1. And again, you're going to want to check these at some point in Desmos. I'm going to start number 2 by putting this in Desmos. So I'm going to go ahead and clear out what I've got. I'm going to put in y equals 3x plus 6. And negative 2x plus 4y is equal to 4. And I should get negative 2, 0 if I have everything incorrectly. I'm just double checking the way I entered that into Desmos. Negative 2, 0. And now let's make the algebra happen. So here, y all by itself up here in this equation, I'm going to substitute this. 3x plus 6 is going to go in for y. The rest of that equation is not going to change. So I have negative 2x plus 4 times our y is equal to 4. Now I can roll with the algebra. I have all the x's in this equation. The negative 2x is going to hang out. I'm going to distribute the 4. 4 times 3x is 12 x's. 4 times 6 is 24. I'm going to combine my like terms before I move across the equal sign. And remember, when we're doing this, we go with the signs that are there. We only do the opposite operation when we're moving across the equal sign. So what I'm putting in to Desmos, if I'm using Desmos or a calculator on this one, is negative 2 plus 12. That would give me 10x. Now that I'm ready to move across the equal sign, I'm going to do the opposite operation. So I'm going to subtract 24. I ran out of room, so I'm going to go over here. 10x. 4 minus 24 is negative 20. I'm going to divide by 10. I'm feeling pretty good because I just got x equals negative 2. And now we can plug that -2 back in to our equation here. Y is equal to 3 times x plus 6, but our x is -2. So that is -6 plus 6, which is 0. So that is solving systems of equations by substitution. If you watch the next video, you will see solving systems of equations by elimination.